Hello and welcome to ETV Bharat. In the past few months, multiple developments have happened in and within the opposition, and we all know there is a genuine drift within the opposition as well. Last weekend, a very interesting development happened when the former Union Minister and the current Rajya Sabha member, Mr. Kapil Sibal, launched an initiative called Insaaf ke Sipahi to fight against the injustices. Mr. Sibal, while addressing the media, urged all the legal fraternity to join his initiative. To know more about it, we are joined in by the main creator of this platform, Mr. Kapil Sibal. Mr. Sibal, thank you so much for talking to ETV Bharat.
Thank you.
So can you please tell our viewers what this Insaaf ke Sipahi stands for and how will you fight the injustices?
See, it's like this, that wherever change has taken place, radical change has taken place, it has always been through the legal fraternity. They have always been at the forefront of change, whether it's the American War of Independence, the French Revolution, our own freedom struggle, where the stalwarts were all lawyers, educated people who absorbed the values and the democratic traditions that would serve the future of our country, on the basis of which our republic came into existence. So I was wondering why lawyers in India are silent in the context of the kind of injustices that we see around us, the kind of violence that we see both in terms of physical violence as well as violence with words, the kind of hate that's going on, the demolition of institutions that is taking place, the use of institutions for political motives that's taking place, toppling of governments that have happened, and yet lawyers are silent. Why are they silent? It's with this in mind that I decided that I must set up a platform called Insaaf ke Sipahi. It's not limited to lawyers, but hopefully lawyers will join and be at the forefront of this movement. But any citizen, any resident of any locality, anywhere in the world, no matter what his political affiliation is, he can become an Insaaf ka Sipahi. The idea being that in every locality, in every street, there is some kind of injustice that is seen around, and there's nobody to raise that voice. While the RSS shakas are available in every street and every locality, I think the counterpoint to that can be an Insaaf ka Sipahi, or Insaaf ke Sipahi.
So is it an ideological battle as well?
Both. An ideological battle is a battle for Insaaf, for justice, because justice is at the bedrock of our constitution as well.
So sir, do you believe that post 2014, after the rise of Prime Minister Narendra Modi into the central power, the hate politics, or would rather say communal politics, polarization, demolition of institutions that you have just mentioned, do you believe that they have increased post 2014 and they remain still unaddressed at the present time?
I don't think that. I think the question answers itself. I think that you, the media, people of this country are seeing that happening before their eyes. And this has happened only after 2014. Not that some of these ills were not there before.
Exactly.
I mean, they were certainly there before, but not at this scale.
So you are saying that they have increased?
Not just increased. I mean, in fact, all institutions have been captured. They were never captured earlier. Remember how the media played its role against the UPA government in the Anna Hazare movement?
Yes.
But now the media is also quiet. So the media is captured, especially the mainstream media. Now any voices we see are in the social media platform.
So sir, how do you see the role of CBI and ED? I mean, during the last year press conference, you raised the point that out of 121 attacks by the ED, 115 were against the opposition.
Actually, the figure is 124 and 118.
So have they become a puppet of the central government?
Actually, they have divided the map of India into two sections. Those states where the BJP is ruling, there the ED doesn't find that there is any, that they don't want to enter their borders. And the rest of India, where the opposition is ruling, the ED enters every other day, the CBI enters every other day. So for ED and CBI, India is divided into two blocks, BJP ruled states and non-BJP ruled states, right? And the ED and CBI have found inroads into those states and keep away from the others. That tells you a story of its own.
So sir, in terms of political battle or in terms of electoral battle, you have said several times in your previous interviews that this is not a political or an electoral forum. This is rather just an initiative to go ahead with this.
Yes.
So my question is, for the past few months, we have been hearing different statements from different political parties, whether it be Trinamool Congress or whether it be BRS or whether it be Aam Aadmi Party, that they'll not join any forum which is being led by the Congress Party. So, although in a different stance they are talking about the opposition unity, but within the opposition as well, there is some sort of a drift. So, with this initiative, my question is, will Mr. Sibal act as the bridge between the two fronts?
So you must understand that whether it's the Trinamool Congress or it's the Congress Party or it's the RJD or it's the MVA in Maharashtra, right? They have suffered at the hands of the BJP government,
right?
At the hands of the establishment, right? And they've all suffered separately. So, when you talk about Insaaf ke Sipahi, they have been the subject of Be-Insaafi.
Right.
So, all of them, even though their political ideologies are different, can be on this platform and fight injustice and tell the people of this country all together the kind of injustices that are being perpetrated. So, it doesn't really matter that their political ideologies are different. This is something that all of them are the targets. All of them have been the targets of, namely injustice.
But don't you believe that this is an not electoral, a political battle as well, to unite the opposition?
No, it's not a question of a political battle. This is a forum on which all political parties can join. What is it that we want? All political parties want. We want to ensure that in 2024, right, Modi ji doesn't come back to power. That's the intent.
Yes.
Now they will have to fight those battles in their own states.
Exactly.
Depending on which political parties are dominant in those states. That battle will be fought there. But the battle will be fought on what basis? On the political basis, as well as on the basis of the kind of injustices that are being perpetrated. So this is a common thread that can unite all political parties, right, to convey to the people of India that our institutions are being demolished, our democracy is under threat, right? Our people are being silenced, the students are being silenced, teachers are being silenced, artists are being silenced, right? Political parties are being silenced, and it's a misuse of the government machinery. All that is common to all the political parties.
So then, coming back to the same question, would this initiative act as a bridge in uniting the opposition front?
I don't know about that. I can only say that I will be going from state to state and gathering support for this initiative. Let's see what happens.
Sir, have you talked to any of the party members or the chief ministers or any other minister for this initiative?
Several of them, as you know, have already supported.
Yes, Shiv Sena and Aam Aadmi Party.
Not just about 10 of them.
So, sir, कल तो जंतर मंतर पे आप एक बड़ा वो रैली करेंगे.
हाँ, बिल्कुल करेंगे.
Will you be addressing these issues to the public and
yes.
कौन लोग expect कर सकते हैं? Who all will be coming tomorrow?
No, I've not asked anybody to come.
They'll come voluntarily.
No, if they want to come, but I don't think that I expect leaders to come and join me tomorrow. No. This is really advocates coming from Delhi. It's basically a Delhi-centric program.
Right.
Advocates will come from Delhi. People will come from Delhi. Maybe they come from neighboring states, a few of them. The idea is I will articulate a new vision for India.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And what India should do in the future to protect our youth, to protect the future of our youth, what should be done, what has not been done, and how in the last, now, if you remember, Modi ji had said that, look, I just want 60 months and I will change the face of India. Remember that?
Yes.
Just prior to the 2014 election. So we will do a report card in times to come between 2014 and 2024, right? And we will give a positive vision of what should be done in the near future and in years to come.
So since you are an eminent lawyer, the whole country knows you. My question is, why do you think that the lawyers are so silent on these issues of hate speech, these polarization? Why do you think that lawyers are silent?
It's part of the middle class problem. Unless somebody knocks at our door, we don't stand up. That's the problem.
Right? And sir, how do you view the recent statements coming from the power echelons of the Bharatiya Janata Party, even from the Law Minister, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, and from the Vice President as well, on collegium system. How do you see it?
Well, the point is that just as they have captured all other institutions and nothing stands in their way, the judiciary stands in their way, because that's an institution they have not been able to capture. Now they want to capture it by saying that they should have the last word in the appointment of judges to the higher judiciary. And I'm sure the judiciary will not allow it. The law doesn't allow it. It's not that the collegium system is perfect. In fact, it's deeply flawed, and we need to change it. How we change it requires a conversation, a dialogue across disciplines, which include both the government as well as the legal fraternity and the judges. So that's something again that I will talk about tomorrow.
So will this be a part of your agenda?
Yes,
this collegium system?
No, not the collegium system, but change of the administration of justice. In the administration of justice will certainly be a part of the agenda.
Sir, are the courts also now feeling the pressure from the central government from such statements?
Only they'll be able to tell. We can only surmise from what is happening in court.
But in a way, sir, you are such a big lawyer. You know how the power echelons works, how these statements gives a sense that government is saying something that is in a way coming in the way block. So my question is, do you also agree with this fact that as legal scholars are saying that these kind of statements are putting us some sort of a pressure on the judiciary and people are seeing it?
I think that what the people I think correctly interpret these events. They correctly interpret these events, then it's unfortunate.
So nearly 4 years have gone by since the abrogation of Article 370. The Delimitation Commission has also released its report. My question is, why do you think that the courts are so silent still on it? Because when I talk to Kashmiri journalists, they say that we have to wait. We are still waiting for the Supreme Court to take these issues, which are still very relevant, because elections are about to happen, but there is no certain date that has been announced by the ruling party, by the ruling government.
Well, I think that, if you remember, I remember at least Amit Shah ji in the Rajya Sabha making a statement कि जब भी सामान्य स्थिति हो जाएगी तो हम इलेक्शन कराएंगे, जल्द से जल्द कराएंगे. तो जल्द से जल्द 4 साल तो बीत गए. So I don't know that how much longer they will wait, but I think they will only wait and announce the elections at the right moment in the hope that they somehow are able to come to power along with others. But as long as that doesn't happen, I don't think they'll hold elections.
Sir, but don't you believe that justice delayed is justice denied in many of the cases?
No. Even where justice is not delayed, it's occasionally denied.
And sir, one more thing. You must have seen Rahul Gandhi's statements on democracy, on parliament, on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But don't you believe that such statements should not have been said from a foreign land?
I don't understand. Today in the internet world, anything said here goes to a foreign land, no?
Right.
So what's the difference? There are no borders today.
No.
There are no borders today.
Yes.
Right? So
yes.
What Modi ji says about us reaches America.
Exactly.
Is it good?
That's up to
for
them.
Modi ji to say that they say that? So if something is said, something outside, it reaches India, why are people bothered? You fight the battles at home. I mean, the point is that and in any case, the media seeks to misinterpret everything that somebody says, depending on their political affiliations. So and I'm not here to deal with individual grievances of people. The fact of the matter is, I have heard a lot of times when other leaders have gone abroad of the ruling establishment have said very unkind things about the administration in India. And why do people associate the government with India? When I criticize the government, I'm not criticizing India.
You're criticizing
I'm
the government.
a patriot.
Yes.
I love India, but I don't like this government. So if somebody criticizes this government, why do people assume we are criticizing India? I mean, the point is, this is the level of lack of understanding of basics that has become the narrative of today. Who is criticizing India? Nobody is criticizing India. We're criticizing the way India is functioning. And
Right.
who is responsible for that? The government.
So many young students, activists are now facing the heat of UAP and other charges. Will this initiative be taking these issues as well?
Again, you're talking about individual issues. I'm talking about institutional issues. Of course, the lawyers who are part of this program, right, of Insaaf ke Sipahi, I'm sure that at their own level they will do these things. But the platform of Insaaf ke Sipahi is not based on individual grievances. We'll never be able to move forward if that was the case. How do I control things that are happening 1,000 miles away?
Right.
Right? I can't manage that. That has to be decentralized, and at the individual level, the lawyer will do what he is required to do, what he feels he must do. But the platform is basically what the future of India should be, and how Be-Insaafi should be eliminated.
So, since you hail from Punjab, how do you see the current security situation in Punjab?
It's a bit worrying.
So, will you be taking this issue to Bhagwant Mann also?
See, again,
because
I'm not into politics, as I said. This is not a political agenda.
Right.
I don't have a political agenda. I have an agenda which is aligned with the Constitution of India. What is that agenda? The Constitution says what? Justice, social, economic and political.
Yes.
That's what I'm aligned with, and that's what I'm going to take forward.
So, sir, my last question. Will Mr. Sibal be joining the electoral battle also?
No. I'm not going to fight the 2024 election. I don't want to post. I just want to be a catalyst for change.
In case if there is a change in the face of the government in 2024, will Mr. Sibal?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a member of the Rajya Sabha.
Yes.
My term will be over in 2026, I think.
Yes.
Right? Not 2026. 2028.
Okay, but my same question is: can we expect Mr. Sibal joining the main electoral battle?
As I told you, I'm not going to fight the next election. I've already said that. You want me to repeat it?
No. Yeah. So with this initiative, this is just a catalyst
for change.
Yes. You just want to act as a bridge.
Not a bridge, a catalyst for change. Right? And I want all political parties to take advantage of this platform.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Sibal, for talking to ETV Bharat.
Thank you.